And welcome back to another Stoneblock 2, and even though we kind of set up the base area for roosts, we are just literally launching right into this one, so our wheat stores are not exactly booming just yet. I'm going to let them have to run for at least probably a night or so before I get anywhere with the wheat, honestly, so we'll have to wait a little bit for that. But with regards to the cows, I haven't been doing a great job of minding them, granted, so it's a little bit of a choco issue, but I think we also need to start organizing a place for these guys. We can't just leave them like this, right? This would be absurd. How cruel and evilly minded and spirited would have to be to leave these poor cows just to sit here in dismay and just in this tiny little pen. No, they deserve better. So we're gonna go ahead and give those future steaks, get those cows to an unknown problem occurred. Okay, well that's kind of terrifying. But we're gonna go ahead and try to get these cows kind of a space of their own. Now this is chicken side, right? So look in here, chickens. Look to the right, this is where the cows should live. So let's go ahead and start carving out an area for the cows to be. The cows are gonna have a pretty similar layout, I think, to the chickens. So we're gonna try to keep it somewhat consistent. We're gonna try being the main thing. So we're gonna go ahead and see where that all ends up. So let's see here. Get these chickens out of my inventory because we have the 10-10-10s coming. I also have I suppose it doesn't really make a difference. What is this? Oh, cold chicken, right. Oh yeah. There used to be our cobblestone generator up there, which I guess I moved. I don't remember moving it, but I guess we moved it. All right, so anywho, let me go ahead and start the process off, and let's kind of lay down the basic, framework of the whole thing, and then I'm going to go ahead. This will be a time-lapse episode because this is going to be a lot of poking around and kind of seeing what happens. It's not going to be incredibly cool to look at, unfortunately, right off the rip. But it's going to be a lot of me just kind of poking around, making these little changes or whatever, and then going on, so on and so forth. And this time I'm pretty sure you're going to want to do that because it's going to be cows. I just have to make a whole bunch of different cow things, and we have, I said there was, I forget how many, I think I said 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, cool. So there's 17 of these. It looks like, let's call it 4 rows. It's 4 rows plus 2. So 17 times 4 is 68. I think so. And then 68, and then we have another 2, so there's 70 total cows. So I need to make 70 different slots for these bad boys, which is kind of nutty, but it's fine, I guess. So let's see here. If I were going to do 70 different cows, the cows are a little bit of a weird thing because the way that we're going to have to interact with them is a little bit different, but I think we can go ahead and use a very similar layout to how we have for here. But we'll have to poke around with measurements and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that we're going to have to attempt to do a little bit differently. All right, so let me go ahead and let's move a couple little things around here so I don't have to get too jammed up. And boop, boop, boop. All right, those 3 are in there now, and I need to get my trusty little tape measure. And let's see. We need to take this and mimic this part first. Yeah. So this thing is 51 long. In truth, what I should have. Well. Okay, so 51 long, and then we're looking at 7 high, and Lord knows how many wide. Okay, so we're talking about 15 wide, 15 by 7 by 51, right? That's what we're talking about in terms of the measurements here. And then I already forgot what the dimensions of this are. guess I could just do it this way. Okay, this says it's 42 deep, 51. Let's just make this corridor first. I don't want to mess around too much with everything else yet. So that being the case, so it's 15, yeah? And if I'm correct, this right here, well, actually, I should be able to tell just by looking at my coordinate. So if this is 15, right? So negative 965 seems to be 15. Yeah, negative 965, so that should be centered with here. If I did it right, yes, which it is. And then if I look on this side, it should be right here, which it is. Alrighty, so negative 965, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be fine. I'm playing a dangerous game by putting that on so early. Sweats profusely. Okay, I already forgot the measurements. No, I wrote down 15, 7, 51. So measurements were first in 15, 7, and 51. And then we are heading in the positive Z direction. So I want that to be 26. Oh man, I'm really tempted just to YOLO the heck out of this. I shouldn't. YOLOing is bad. YOLOing is how dreams go to die. All right. This thing does the Lord's work. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I would actually be so incredibly concerned if I didn't have the ability to have the builder in this build pack. Oh man, just thinking about a life without the builder is tough. Like, how did I live without the builder? Like, honestly, how did I do it? How did any of us live without the builder in any mod pack? In vanilla Minecraft, it's a little bit different, right? Because you're not talking about anything that's really necessarily massive in scale. But this, man, oof, without it, life would be so much harder. All right, so we're looking for something that's 45 long, but it has to be centered on 26. So let's say centered 26, and then it's going to have to be 45 in the Z, and we're looking at, let's see here, 42 in the X, and then 5 here. So 42, yep, 42, 5, and 45. So 42, 5, 45, cool. And then again, we have a centered point of 26. So then we should get something that's exactly like that in terms of the dimensions. Oh, okay. I was like, there's a whole bunch of yellow circles. What? But don't worry, those are friendly mobs. It's fine. They're probably supposed to be green, but you know, they look kind of yellow to me. All right, rip that out. And there we are. I don't even want to think about what the rest of the side's gonna have to look like, but future Choco problems, not current Choco. Wait, what? Oh, there's an item that's dropped. The one thing I will say I don't like about the minimap is that it highlights dropped items in red, and that constantly freaks me out. Like, it actually unnerves me quite a bit, because the entire time I'm sitting there going, wait, what? What do you mean? I don't want to freaking die out here, man. Like, it really, really messes with my brain. I don't know what it is about it, but it just messes with me, man. Messes with me. Okay, let's see here. So this is 7 tall, right? So we actually need to go up here, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Yep, looks good. Put that there. Put the cobblestone aside. Eat some apples. Okay, and then let's see. I have a 42, 5, 45. So 42, 5, 45. And then the offset was 26? No way, did I? Oh, like, yeah, okay, never mind, that makes sense. I was probably like, wait a minute, what? No, that makes sense, because it's the same measurement, because that's the way that we had to measure for the actual inclusion of this. Yes, that makes sense, okay. I was about to be really confused. I was like, I am doing witchcraft, apparently, so we're going in the negative X direction. Right, and so this is the part where we can get screwed up. So we were 42. I'm gonna treat it as if it's 41, and it's gonna be one shallow, right? So yeah, so it's gonna be 41, but then we're gonna offset it by an extra 1. So 41 would mean that we were at 21, but we're gonna offset it by 22 and say it's 41. So that'll be our game plan. This one I'm gonna just YOLO and hope for the best. So, ugh, this is gonna end so poorly. All right, so negative 22. Oh man, this is making my stomach turn. Something about this is just rubbing me the wrong. Whatever, screw it. Do it. Do it, Choco! Oh, God. Okay, I'm not gonna YOLO it. I wimped out. I wimped out, guys. Oh, and good thing I wimped out, too. I screwed up something. Oh, yeah, I screwed up something, all right. I screwed up the counting. All right, that should... There should be something in here that lights up blue. No! What? What is happening? Excuse me? We are increasing in the negative X direction. And then I'm... Deja vu. Oh. Good thing we didn't run that one. That would have been a tragedy. All right, yes, that looks fine. All right, so. And then we're gonna change that offset to 1 positive X, and then we should have pretty much the same exact thing going on that we did on that side. Now, I believe if I remember correctly, the builder, if you infuse this thing, it actually ends up going in such a way, it goes faster, and I believe it uses less energy, if I'm not mistaken. So, perhaps something I will think about in future series is to get this infused. Then again, yeah, I don't know, actually. That may not be the best thought I've had on it. Oh! You can see one of my hidden torches. Wait, why can't you see one of my hidden torches? Shouldn't you be able to see one over here then? Wait, what? Why can't you see one of my hidden torches here? Huh? Okay, and if I move this one more over, then that should wipe out this wall. I am very confused though. Why? And that means there should have been... What? If a hidden torchy is there, there should be another hidden torchy over on this side. I am the mega confused? $15 out from the side. I am the ultimate confused. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. It's sketchy, to be sure. Well, no, I don't want to do that. If anything, it should be consistent. I am actually like genuinely concerned by this. Actually, like, this is not something that should have happened. I'm actually really, really worried right now, because that shouldn't be happening. So I screwed something up at some point in the build process for like the actual main part of this whole thing. So I'm a little bit worried right now. All right, so let me. 15. Oh, wow, we got a 1,000-bit cheer from Partey Arc saying, wanted to say you're extremely cool, Choco, and thankful you are streaming today since I kind of had a bad day. Well, I hope you have a better day, fam. I know about them bad days. They come, they go. And I hope that they go a little bit on the faster side of things, as I'm sure you probably don't want to have dark storm clouds, but thank you for the cheer. Hopefully your day goes a little bit better. Something horrible has happened. Something... Are they? This is negative 1014. Oh. Did I go too far? Yes. Yes, we did. That's exactly what went wrong. We went one step too far. Okay, so I built correctly. That's not the part I screwed up. Okay, we're good. We're good. I understand now. I am understanding now. We dug too far somehow. I don't really understand how we did, but we dug entirely too far. So I need to, well, number one, we're gonna patch you up. And number two, I'm gonna need to get some stone up in here. And we're gonna have to building wand our way out of this problem. So, also, I didn't make an unbreakable wand. I felt like that was something that we should probably be together for. So if you're wondering why in the world I don't have a builder's wand, that's why. Because I was gonna wait for you guys before I did that. And then I got sidetracked, which probably didn't help. Alrighty, what we got going on here? I mean, it didn't do a bad job, but we got ages more to go. Alright. Yeah, I should have, so the initial problem is that the negative X value, I need to go a little bit, I went too far in the negative X direction by 1, I guess. That doesn't really make sense though. At some point I screwed up a measurement. But here, let me just quickly confirm that after I patch this up, it will be correct. Which I don't see how it wouldn't be, but... Okay, so that's 42 now. That makes sense. I screwed something up. I don't know how I did it, but I definitely screwed something up there. That is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I understand what I did wrong, and that's okay. We can recover from that, hopefully. And if not, then we'll just have to die. It's just, what are you gonna do about it? All right, so let me see here. Oh, okay, that's what I did with it. I was just kind of like wondering, what did I do with my cobblestone generator then? All I did was I moved over here. That's literally all I did. I like how I was like, yeah, we're gonna time lapse this. This shouldn't be too lengthy of a procedure, and then it just turned into a lengthy procedure. Just that easily. Alright, and then we can take some stone out of here. And I can fix up this wall. Presto! There we go. Alrighty. And then I can patch up this little hole in the wall we made too. Wait, I think I already patched it up. Yeah, I did. Alright, cool. Okay, so we patched up that hole. And everything is looking fine. Okay, we're all sealed up, ready to go. Cool. And now we got this whole hunk of space that's just empty and a void. But it's okay. We're going to go ahead and make use of that space fairly soon here, actually. And quite possibly, more importantly, it's going to be pretty functional right off the rip. All right, so let's go ahead, undo that. Unlike the chickens, the cow things are not quite as intense, if memory serves. So it should be relatively straightforward. What did I just do here? Okay. Whoop. And then I want to set up one cow thing, and then we'll start the time lapse. And then hopefully it will be pretty good. Hopefully it won't be pretty bad, because that pretty bad would be the opposite of what we want to have happen here. All right, so there is that. Now, oh geez, we said what? There was wait a minute. There's 17. There's only 3 rows of them plus 2. Did I do the math wrong before? I think I did more than I did. Wait, hold on. So there's 17 per row, yeah? And if there's 3 rows plus 2, so 17 times 3 is 51. 2 more, 53. I guess I just counted it wrong the first time. Okay, so there's 53 of them. If there's 53 cows... Well, hold on. Let's just do it this way. Then I'll get all the dimensions I care to have. All right, so there's our 45. There's our 42. All right, and then 17, 3, 51, 53. So if we have 53 in here, then of course it's an odd number. It had to be an odd number. And I think 53 is indivisible, so I think we have a prime number on our hands. Blasted 53. 53, whatever would I do with 53? Well, then why don't we do them trying to think of how this would work, because we're not going to have floating cows. That's the thing, is that we're trading in that for the other way around. If we were to do 4s, then we could do... Okay, hold on. I need to type this somewhere, or I'm going to keep on forgetting and getting myself turned around. So 17 times 3 again is... Okay, so yeah, 53. 53 is the number. So 53 cows. All right, so 53 cows, And how would I like to split these? So we could do... What if we did 14 by 4 perhaps? That'd be 56, which would give us 3 extra cows that we could place. They'd be pretty tightly packed in here, but it would work. Yeah, I think that would work. Okay, so we'll do 14 by 4s. So there'll be 14 per row, and then we'll do 4 sections of those. And I think that'll be fine. So let's see here. How am I going to divvy this up then? I guess we could just do up to 21. Yeah, that's probably the way we have to do it. So we'll do 11 measured out here. And then 11 measured out here. This should mean that we have 10. That should be 10 from this side. Yeah. So the center will be a little bit larger. That's totally fine by me. Whew. And now we dig. Now I mine out this entire area, and the game plan here is going to be that we go ahead and then put cows on either side. And then they'll be a little bit on the cramped side of things, but I think that'll be okay. And I think that I don't know how many fluid cows we'll need. That's a big question. I think we're gonna operate under the assumption that we'll be okay with just having 4 I forget what they're called, cow stands? I don't remember what they're called. We'll have 4 of those little things where we can just like plant the cows on them and they just generate fluid. I understand that will not produce us like a metric ton of the stuff, but it should be able to serve our purposes. So that'll be the expectation. That'll be what we're kind of hoping for. So there we go. There's all that. Let's go ahead and put some cow stands into here. And we will still have like this kind of sketchy situation going on over there, but hey, what can you do? If I break this, does it maintain what it has in its inventory? I don't think so. I think it blanks out. Yeah, it blanks out. Okay, good to know. All right, so let me go ahead and rip these out of here. So as an example, right, we would do... Actually, maybe we should do in this... Oh wait, no, that is why. Right? I'm all turned around now. I have to think about this. I just confused myself. Okay. So they're going to be in groups of 3. So it's going to be 3 things of cows. So boom, boom, boom. The question is, do So we'll do them by 3s. So there'll be 14 here. 14 instances of 3. So 14. Or so 14, 14, 14, 14, which would be 56, and that should be more than enough for all the different kinds of cows that could ever exist. Now, whether or not they output enough is a completely different question. All right, so yeah, they'll have kind of like a weird plot situation probably per. All right, so then 42, which means that if I were to record from here, I'm looking for one short, which should give me 41. And then the 41, I'm gonna stand right on top of, and we're gonna dig this out so I can have a good idea of where this focal point will be. Should be fine. So with that all said and done, yeah. So we have all this area set up. We will drop a couple of things here and there. Be like 3s all the way here. It will run into this area, and then we'll have to. Can we sacrifice that actually? So it's 56. I would sacrifice 4, so we'll be 1 short. Well. Yeah, I'll be okay. What we can do is we can make up the sides here. So what we'll do, yeah, okay, that's perfect. No, I know exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, we're good. All right, so let us begin the time lapse. We have the areas figured out here. Oh wait, I said I was gonna show one instance of this. In a similar way that what we did with everything else, we're gonna go ahead and order it in the same way that we see it here, which I know is kind of crazy. This one, actually, I might not be so strict about that, in all honesty, because fluid cows are going to be a little bit of a different situation, I think. So, as an example situation here, I totally didn't need to do that. We're going to have, yeah, so we're going to have I suppose I should start, I should start over here. So we're going to have this kind of be, the first one is kind of a throwaway space, and then it goes up into here, but then we're going to have this area, so this is all walkway, and we're going to go ahead and have 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have another 1, 2, and 3, which will leave this 2 dead space, which should be fine. Alrighty, and then actually, yeah, well, I guess we'll do one last thing before we start the time lapse, which is I'm going to put together another feral flare so we can have not eternal darkness clutching our souls. These things are so handy. They produce so much light. It's absurd. And I love it. These things are our friends. Okay, so let's see here. I would like to use cobble. And then we're just going to feral flare right there. And then that should eventually propagate a pretty generous amount of light. All right, so here we go. I guess we'll look at the requirements for this. So if I am just incredibly wrong, then we'll be fine. You guys will all start seeing me kind of put together some other stuff. It'll make more sense after we've gone through it. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense right now because I'm just kind of babbling. I'm like, we're gonna do things, stuff is gonna happen, but you know, it'll make sense. it should at least make some sense whenever you look at it. That's what I'm hoping for. If after you look at it you go, I don't really get it, then we have a problem. But I think this will be fine. I think this will make some degree of sense. So cow stalls, yeah. These things are gonna cost me. Oh, that's right. This is the stuff that needs concrete. I completely forgot about that. The hay bales aren't quite as bad, right? Oh wait, maybe they are gonna be pretty bad. We have 53. Wait, how many hay bales do I need? Is just one? Okay, I just need one hay bale. So it's not, yeah, it's not gonna be nearly as bad. So I'm gonna need 53 hay bales. Wait, no, that's not true. I'm gonna need 53 times 3 hay bales. So I'm gonna need 53 times 3 stalls, which is 159. The concrete is the problem. Okay, so maybe, okay, so what I'm thinking is that what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and connect the day that we do the roosts with the day that we do. So next time what we'll plan to do is I'll give myself plenty of time between them, but I'll set up the rest of this whole shenaniganry, and then we'll do the cow stalls afterwards. It's not gonna matter. We're not gonna have all the cows anyways to populate this for a long, long time. And I'm not going to be trying to extract fluids from them for a very long time. The sun's coming up. But yeah, so cow stalls, we won't worry about this, but we'll worry about the rest of the setup for today. And then we might adjust the setup anyways, because depending upon like how we feel about fluid, I guess collection rate, we'll have to kind of see what happens. So anyways, to the time lapse. Okay, so little status update because we've been going at this for a while now. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of catch people up on what's going on. Before we actually go and do that, I'm gonna go ahead and make one thing here. It's called the growth accelerator. Now, in my mind, this can do one of two things. It's either gonna let me kind of let the babies grow faster, or it's going to get the breeding time down faster, or, and this would be the most worthless of one of the bunch, is that it would, well, I say worthless, but it would be useful later on, is if it maybe gets my, like, the fluid rate up, like the cows produce more fluid. So later useful, not terribly useful to me right now, but we'll have to see. I just don't know. I have no idea what they'll end up being. So let's go ahead and do that. I am hurting for leather a little bit. I think I have some leather over here, don't I? Yeah, I do. Alright, so let's go ahead, throw leather into there, and then try to make one of these. Let's see what this makes. I don't know what's going to be happening with this. But we have all these things set up here. I suppose I'll put that in there. Wheat substance. Okay. Can I just put wheat in the wheat substance? Yes. Okay, so that will work. And we're about to consume a whole lot of wheat. Okay. So how does this work exactly? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna put in wheat. Nope. Didn't even make a dent. I mean, I guess we did make a dent, but it's just not as big of a dent as you would, I guess, expect or hope for. Oh, but how am I supposed to put the cow in there? Wait, what is this? What? Growth accelerator. If I put wheat in there, it goes 10 to 20 or something. Substance conversion. Oh, it needs water. Oh, if it has water, it gives you a better yield. What does it do? What does wheat substance do? Is this an item? Hold on. Let's go put this near a water thing. Oh, I just bankrupted all the... Whoops. Not my best moment. So how does this work now? Okay, yeah, that drastically improves the yield of wheat. Let's look this up, actually. So this is what, called a growth accelerator? Let's take a gander. Let's learn together. Growth accelerator. Nope, that is the wrong growth accelerator. I am looking for fluid cows growth accelerator. I don't actually see. Wait, what is this? That's not it. Man. Nope. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was the sound of me trying to find growth accelerator in this post and not finding it. Why do you... Google, sometimes you really disappoint me. Just sometimes you just disappoint. There's not a whole lot of stuff on it. I know I keep on bankrupting the amount of wheat in there, and I know that's like a really strange thing to do to it, but... Let's see here. So if I put this down here, let's see if that impacts it at all. I won't like overcommit to resources this time. I'll just do 2 stacks or something. So this one's currently sitting at 443. Okay, so it makes the babies grow faster. Oh, that's so silly. Okay, I don't like the way that works. Well, we're trying to grow quite a bit of... Yeah, I don't know about that one. We're trying to grow a fair amount of stuff. So I don't really know if I want to use this. Like, I need to start gathering wheat, not spending wheat. I know that wheat really isn't going to be all that hard to come by, but I don't know. I don't really feel like using it for these peasantly kind of things. Yeah, I forget how many. I'm going to need 2,800 hay bales. And let's assume that 2,800 hay bales requires me to use 10 wheat per. I know that's not the case, but just for simplicity of math. If it's 2,800 and I need 10 of them, that means I'm going to need 28,000. So let's not mess with this too much. Going on here. So we got the gold cow, so that's all fine and dandy. The molten silver cow we also ended up getting. Pulsating iron cow. It's interesting, but not what we need. Okay, I'm about to start making my way towards this anyways, so that's fine. I guess for right now, iron might actually be done. Yeah, I don't really see anything else that iron can do. I mean, obviously there's this, but this requires me to have liquid death, which, lol, don't have that yet. This enchanted metal doesn't go anywhere. The stuff on the left doesn't really go anywhere either. So I think actually we're done with iron for right now. So I think iron's actually in pretty good shape. So let's go ahead and migrate iron out of here. We obviously still will be breeding them as needed because we will eventually need some other things. Alright, so that's all fine and dandy. Let me move this one over here again. Alright, so I need... Oh dear. Okay, so I need to make... molten steel, I would imagine. So the gold and the lava cow need to become best of friends. That'll be happening soon enough. Melodic alloy is going to require molten end steel. So I need dark steel, which is going to be liquefacted coal and steel. I did move the steel one over, didn't I? Yeah, so these two are already ready to breed again. Beans. Okay. Dark steel. Darn it! Another molten steel. Okay, no more though, for real. That has to be the last one, guys. Please, please, no more. All right, dark steel. That's all fine. I can't make this obviously without the dark steel. I think we're just capped for right now. All right, so anywho, I'm gonna go hang out with chat for a while as we breed cows forever and ever and ever, and that's gonna just take, again, forever and ever and ever, and we'll see. But anyways, thank you all very much for watching this episode. I hope you all did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the bell notification thingy if you would like to know whenever the cows decide to all go home and do the right thing and breed correctly. And yeah, until next time, everybody. I think that's going to be it. So most importantly, as always, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, safe day. And ciao for now. Take it easy, everyone. Hello, everyone. And if you're watching this, that means I decided to go ahead and include this part as a giant time lapse of just the Infinity Stone cow. If you're wondering what this is, then this is the quest book section of the Fluo cows, which your next question is probably, what the heck happened? I've gone ahead and I've done most of the breeding on stream, and it's been interesting. But like we've been doing all this breeding right here. We have 3 of every cow pretty much, with the exception of some that I'm still working towards, but we'll do while we're looking for the Infinity Stone cow. But we have just these ones to fill out the ranks of. We have some in the pens that I guess we have to fill in the ranks of. But once we get those done, it's just for the Infinity Stone. I think we're gonna go ahead and time lapse that just so you guys can see how ridiculously long it is. If you don't remember the way that the percentages worked, basically the upper cows, like the really early on cows, were like 50% chance. Then it goes down to like 30%, and then it dips down to like 4%, I think, for the evil one, I want to say, and it dips down to 2% for these 2 numbskulls, and now it's going to go down to 1% chance of me finding an infinity cow. It is going to be brutal. It is, I know already that this is gonna like almost break my soul. So we're gonna go ahead and just crack on with it. Oh, 100-bit cheer from Rolling saying, I promise this is my last final good night. All right, have a good night, Rolling. But yeah, it is currently 4:43 in the morning. Granted, daylight savings was changed, so it feels more like a 3:43 in the morning. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and with that, it's gonna be that we have all the cows actually ready to go. Now, but here's the additional kicker. I probably won't stop the time lapse. Well, actually, I probably will stop the time lapse. I'll probably be pretty pumped about it. But there is one extra thing that I should probably note about these cows that I didn't understand about it originally, and I wanted to bring attention to. So these cows were crossbreeding, right? So milk. Well, this is actually not a great example. Let's say I was doing molten clay and crude steel. Or not crude steel, sorry, liquefacted coal. The fact that I even knew that wasn't the right one kind of bothers me. Anyways, so in order to make molten iron, I would need to do molten clay and liquefacted coal. This means I can breed these 2 against each other for a chance of this, and also a chance of getting one of the original parents, right? So that is fine if you are at a point where you can crossbreed. If you are not, you have to get them from the original grouping. An example of this is this tectonic petroleum, right? This requires me to have obsidian and destabilized redstone. I have no way to make 2 of these except for making 2 from these 2 parents, as far as I'm aware. And I haven't been corrected yet by chat. So this means if I would like to make multiple infinity cows, I'm going to have to not just find 1, but I have to find 2. So we're going to go ahead and have to go for 2 infinity cows, which again have a 1 in 100 chance of appearing. So we'll see. I'm going to try to keep track of how many times we breed to see roughly where we end up with. What you would expect statistically, of course, is that after about 200 tries, I will find one. Hopefully it ends up not being 200. Hopefully it's a little bit more merciful than that. But that's what we are expecting, is roughly about 200 breeding sessions. Also, as you go further in tier, the breeding times do tend to get longer, as well as the amount of time it takes for them to get liquids going. So, yeah, I am very scared. We'll see. So let's go ahead and do the first breeding right here, right now, and then we're going to start time-lapsing the thing, and then we'll go into the rest of it. But here we go. First breeding, and of course this is going to allow us to have more of the cows. Yeah, so we got an evil infused iron right here, right? We'll get more of these parents, like a bunch more of these parents. That's fine. Also, what's the breed downtime? An hour? Are you kidding me? I can't time lapse that. An hour? What in the heck? Oh my word. Wow. So each time I breed one of these bad boys, wow. That is That is actually incredibly brutal. I didn't think it would go up by an hour. So these guys, I think so the evil infused iron one came from an iron cow and liquid death. And this one, actually, the liquid death was obviously the one that's higher in tier. And that ended up being, I think, about like 18-minute or so breeding time. The other one was the stellar one. It was liquid death plus night slime or something. I don't remember what it was. Let's see. It was liquid death plus melodic alloy. Not even close. So melodic alloy. The liquid death again was the bottleneck there. That is so brutal. Yeah, there's no way. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to like pop on every now and again and we'll do, I guess, multiple recordings of the breedings and stuff and try to stitch them together or something. But that's absurd. That is crazy, man. Because I'm not gonna just sit here waiting for it. I mean, we could record episodes and stuff, I suppose, but like, whew. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Now, obviously, as we get more of these cows and they have more, offspring or whatever, we have multiple chances of it, right? So eventually, hopefully, the next one will be a molten stellar alloy cow. And then that means that we can breed 2 offspring and then, eventually keep on going up and up and up. So the more that we do this, the more chances we have, and it shortens that time that we have to spend to look for them, hopefully. But jeez. Ugh. Well, anyways, I will leave that be. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this, because that's a pretty absurd amount of time to ask. That is a pretty darn absurd amount of time. We'll have to see. But anywho, yeah.